Hello gamers, welcome to another edition of Tonight on H-Hammer's Game Table, where tonight I'm continuing my series featuring my own role-playing game, Delves and Dangers. It is a randomized dungeon delve. I'm pretty much using Axebane's deck of many dungeons. An excellent product. Strongly suggest you go out and take a look at it. I got mine on Game Crafter. I had it printed out. You just order the cards off Game Crafter and you're ready to go. If you've watched my videos for any length of time, you know I use it quite often, especially when I'm dungeon crawling. I think it's one of the best dungeon crawling accessories there is. And so I randomized the profession and kindreds of my heroes: Medicius, the Minotaur Warrior, and then there is Clandor Stonefingers, Dwarf Thief. Then I have Klestor Darkstar, and he is an Elf Thief. Then I have Nettles Pureclaw, and she is a Felcat Druid. So they are adventuring in the delve of Nura Wilkinson, who was a monk. And Nura, at some point in her dungeon, has a map of the entrance to the land of the Fae. And this group is going to enterprisingly create maps for people to get to the map if they want to get to the land of the Fae. At least that's their plan. We'll see how that works out. And so let's get to the action. So they were making their way through this level of the Nura's delve when they were ambushed by arachnoids, and they spit their web at Medicius, and Medicius has to make an agility test, resistance test, to be able to escape it. It's DL3. And he only gets 2. He needed to roll 6 with exploding die and get another result to be able to escape. So for this round, he is webbed. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go with initiative at this point. In Delves and Dangers, if they roll 2 successes on an agility roll, they go before the creatures. Here, Clandor actually goes after. Klestor goes ahead, goes before. And then Nettles rolled 2, so Nettles goes before, and Medicius is after. So we'll see how this plays out. So Nettles, we'll do Klestor first. Klestor says, "Nettles, bows." So his short swords are sheathed, so he pulls out his short bow and kneels in front of Nettles. Nettles moves up, and she has her short bow out, and they're both going to target this guy right here. The webbing kind of flew at Medicius and is laying on the floor, and it ensnared Medicius. So they're going to fire off their short bows. Nettles is going to fire. She gets 5 dice with her short bow. Nope, 4 dice with her short bow. And she only gets 2 successes, which is not enough to break through the defenses of that arachnoid. And Klestor, he gets 5 dice with his bow. And he only got 2 successes as well, so they fail. Their arrows fly wide, not able to get in there. So that's their attacks. Now the arachnoids attack. The arachnoids are able to easily move over webs, so this guy's going to move to this web here and he's going to web these 2. And the arachnoid's going to run up and bite Medicius while he still can. So they have a bite of 4 dice. So 4 dice on Medicius. That's 3. That's not enough. And then webbing straight down the row here. That's a cone. So it's going to try to get all 3 of them. So the way the web works, they have to make a ranged attack, I believe, and then the people in it get a chance to evade as well. But the web has to be properly cast first. Well, when I say cast, I mean cast like a net. So, make a ranged attack roll. If it's successful, they get 6 dice with that attack roll. So it's going to be able to put in the right place, and then I'll make all of them. All right, so that is going to, 3. So that's actually going to hit all of them, because even Nettles has a 2 armor, so 1 goes to her. So that they're all successfully hit with the webbing. Now they have a chance to escape the webbing. So Nettles has a 3 agility resistance, and they need a DL3 to break out or to avoid it. And she does not, so she's stuck. And then Clandor, he gets 4 dice. And he does not escape the web. And Clestor also gets 4 dice. And he does not escape the web. So they are all webbed up, which could pose a considerable problem. All right, so Clandor is going to attempt to rip out. He's going to use his strength roll. It has to be a strength roll of 3, DL3 to break out. And that is not enough. Oh, wait, he gets 3 dice. He gets 3 dice. Oh, no, it's strength. Strength. No, he does not. 2. He fails to break out of the web on his attempt. And I also forgot that they get 6 additional dice when you attack somebody ensnared in a web on that first initial attack on Medicius. So there's 3. There was 3 before, so that's 6. 6. So Medicius takes 3 damage. So if Medicius takes 3 damage, that also means that he has to make a strength resistance roll or take additional poison damage. Now his strength resistance is 5. And he gets 3 right there, 4 right there. Oh, that's his initiative die. Yeah, so he escapes, or he doesn't escape the web, but he escapes poisoning. And then now he's going to rip out. He's going to attempt to rip out. And he's a DL3, and he gets to roll 3 strength dice to break out. And he does not. He only gets 2 successes. So this is getting to be a pretty ugly fight. Now we go to initiative. Clandor's after, Clestor's before, Nettles before, and Medicius is after. Not going great here. So Nettles, she needs to break out. It's a strength roll. She needs a DL3 strength roll. She might get it if she rolls a success on that exploding die. She does. So she rips out of the web and stumbles over here a little bit. Then next up is Clestor. Clestor is going to attempt to wiggle out. 2 dice. And he has a chance. DL3. Oh, he failed. So he is still stuck in the web. And so now it's the arachnoid's attack. This arachnoid moves up and attacks him at +6 dice. So that's 10 attack. Because he is stuck in its web, so it's easy. Oh, this is not gonna be good for Clestor. Woo. So that's 4 exploding dice, another exploding die. All right, so that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Oh, that's a crit basically. -1 for his armor. That's 9 damage to Clestor. Oh my goodness. He is in trouble, and he has to make a resistance roll, or take 1d3. Okay, whew, he made that. He does not have to worry about taking poison damage, so that's good. All right, so that was that attack, and now the attack on Medicius, same thing. Gonna do 4 plus 6 more, because he is ensnared. And that is 2, 4, 6, 8, and 9, and an exploding die. 10. Once again, 10 damage there. He has an armor of 3, so that's 7 damage on Medicius. And he has to make a strength resistance roll of 2, I think it is. Yeah. And or he takes damage. He does not take any more damage. But man, it's getting ugly here. So that was their attacks. Now, Clandor is going to try to rip out of the webbing again. And he does not. He needs to get an exploding die to get out, so he is still stuck. And then Medicius is going to try to rip his way out. He needs to get 3 successes. Man, he cannot break that web. Oh, this is getting to be ugly. So we go back to initiative. Oh, wait. Yeah, Nettles ripped out this round. So Nettles is going before them. Medicius after. And Clestor before. And, oh man, Clandor after. All right, so Clestor is going to attempt to rip out, and he is unable to, so he is still stuck. Nettles. Okay, so Nettles is like, this is getting to be bad. So she is going to, she's going to have to. She uses her spear, comes over here and gets kind of wedged in there. The spear gets a little bit of a reach, so she's going to stab that arachnoid with her spear. Try to shoo it off of her friend. Well, you know what? No. You know what she's going to do? She's going to use her dagger to cut him free. So I'm just going to say she's able to cut him free, and I'm going to give him a massive, he's free. So they don't get the +6, but he's not going to be able to attack this round, so that she cuts him free. So there's that. Now it's the arachnoid's attack. So the arachnoid of Odysseus gets 10 dice. And that was a skull. So we're looking at 6 successes with 2 exploding dice. And that is 8 successes. -3 is 5 more damage on Odysseus. He's in bad shape. And if he fails this strength resistance roll, he got it. So he doesn't take an additional poison damage, but he is still hurting pretty badly. And then the other arachnoid attacks Clestor, but he is no longer stuck. So that's 4 successes. That's 3 more damage on Clestor. Not enough necessarily to take him down. However, if he fails his strength resistance roll, there's a possibility the poison could take him down. Needed 2. He got it. Oof. So he's still up and fine. All right, so that was their attacks. Now, Odysseus, he really needs to rip out of this thing. He needs a DL3, and he still doesn't get it. Man, that's horrible. And Clandor is going to attempt to rip out, and he only gets 2 without an exploding die, so he is stuck in the web as well. It's getting to be pretty ugly there. Initiative. All right, so man, no successes at all for Clandor. Clestor goes before. That's kind of good. Nettles after Odysseus. Ooh, look, 2 exploding dice. So he'll go before. Odysseus is going to attempt to rip out of this silly web. He only needs 3. He keeps missing. Oh, frustrating. His Minotaur temper is starting to take over. Clestor now whips out his swords and attacks the one in front of him, and technically these 2 are ensnared, so he doesn't get his opportunistic attack because this thing knows it doesn't have to worry about those 2. So it's only 6 dice with both of his swords, and he gets 5 successes plus 2 exploding dice. That's still 5 successes. So he manages to finally injure one of these things. So it's going to be 3 damage after their armor 2. All right. So Clestor is back in action, but he is hurting badly. He probably should have used the last charge on his healing stone. Speaking of which, I think that's what Nettles is going to do. She's going to heal him now that she can get to him so he's not stuck in the web. So it's 1d6 plus 1. Oh, wait, it's not her turn. Forgot. Those things have to attack first. So, this could be ugly. So bite 4 on Clestor. 3 with an exploding die. So that is 2 damage. And then he fails, so he is going to drop. The poison burns in his veins and he drops. So he is down. He is down. Clestor! She hisses. She is not very happy. And then the other one attacks Odysseus at 10 dice. Oh my gosh, Odysseus is taking it. He is taking it. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, it just keeps getting worse. Oh my gosh, how many is this thing gonna roll? Oh, Odysseus. Oh my gosh. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13 damage. Holy Moses. 13 damage. -3 is 10 damage. That is enough to drop Medicius. So he just falls limp in the webbing. And he is out. And ensnared. Not great. All right. So Clandor is going to attempt to break free of this webbing. And he has a shot to do it. And he does it. He finally rips through the web. Ah, you creatures are going to pay for this. And then Nettles uses the last healing stone she has on her friend Clestor, and he is healed 3. And that's not much, but it's hopefully will be enough. So Clestor is down, Medicius is down. Oh no, Clestor is now up, but Medicius is out, so we'll remove his initiative dice. Clestor, yes. So Clestor is going before. Clandor is after. Nettles is after. That is not ideal. All right. So Clestor stabs upward with both of his swords. Trying to take. No, he's going to use. He doesn't have a healing stone anymore, so. Oh, wait. No, he does have one healing stone. I'm sorry. Nettles used hers. He's going to use his healing stone. That's more advantageous. That's his last charge. And he goes up to that much. That's it, though. He's dodging around, but he probably would have preferred to attack, but he couldn't take the chance. If he takes another hit, he is down. So the arachnoid attacks him and gets 3 hits on him. See? And he has to make a strength resistance roll, and he does, no problem. And then the attack on Medicius is no longer, so this thing moves around and attacks Clandor. 4 dice on Clandor, so that's 4, that's 3 damage. So Clandor takes 3 damage, and then he has to make a strength resistance roll of DL2. Yep, he does. No more poison damage. So that's their attacks. Clandor strikes back with his battle axe. And now he has an active ally, so he gets to add an extra 3 dice for opportunistic attack on the one that is... yeah, he'll attack the one that attacked him. So that is 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's 4 damage on the one in front of him. And then Nettles. She used the last charge on her healing stone to heal Clestor. So he gets 6 more stamina. And that's her contribution. So Odysseus has to make a strength resistance roll DL2. And he makes it. So he is merely unconscious, not dying. All right, so Clandor before, Clestor before, Nettles before. Finally, I don't think we've had one of those this entire combat. Nettles has no more remaining charges on her healing stone. But since she has a spear, I'm gonna rule that she can stab at this guy here, because it has a bit of reach. Oh my gosh. All misses. Wow, these guys are cursed. Clestor is going to attack the one in front of him, and that counts as an opportunistic attack. And that is a lot. 2, 4, 6, 7. That is just enough to drop that arachnoid. And then Clandor strikes at his, and also he gets additional dice. That's pretty good. 2, 4, 6, 8 minus 2. That is enough to drop this arachnoid. So, they cut Medicius free. And then they use his own healing stone charge to heal him up, since he's not dead, which is helpful. And he sits up, eats his healing berry. And he's going to use his final charge. They are all out of healing stone charges. Only nets him 3 there. So 10. So that was a pretty titanic battle. So they take a few breathers. I hope this map is worth it. Well, only one way to find out. Yeah, I suppose. Let us go. So they head down the hall, and it's a longer hall. And then they get down to a 5x5 passage. Medicius is leading. It's fairly long. All right. And then it's going to turn to the down here, so get it on camera. It's going to turn to the north. And I'm going to give Cluster now you roll. Oh my gosh, now you roll exploding dice. Oh my gosh. Yeah, okay, fine. He says, hold. Wait. Medici's like, what do you want? Just stop. And I gotta see what monster is indicated by X-Pain's Decimani Dungeon right there in that hallway. Okay, so this is going to be interesting. It's more of an intuition. He hears a squelch. And he says, oh, I think there's, hold on, let me squeeze past big guy. And he looks around. I'm going to give him, so he gets his mind plus proficiency since he's a thief, +1 because he is an elf. I'm going to say, it's usually a DL3, but I'm going to make it a DL2 because he kind of knows something's there. And so he barely makes it, but he makes it. And he goes, look at that thing. What is that? And it's like a cube, the transparent cube, and it's slowly sliding across the floor. And Klestor's like, I don't know about this thing. I don't like the looks of it. I don't know what it is, but I definitely don't like the looks of it. Well, what should we do? Back up. And so they back up, and the thing is slowly making its way towards them, and it kind of stops here, and then it starts to squeeze so that it fits down the 5-foot passage. We need to get back. So they run back to where they had the fight with the arachnoids. I can't remember how my dungeon looked. Yeah, I think that's, was that the way it was? Yeah, I think that's the way it was. And like, back up. So they back up to here. And then we need to find a place to hide. And then if I can remember correctly, there was that one room down the other passage. So they head that way quickly. and they hide in that room. They close the door. What was that thing? I don't know. Looked like a jelly cube. And they're like, oh, no idea. So they're hiding, and they hide for a while, and they're like, you know what? Since I say we take a rest. We've been making our way through this delve for quite a long time. Probably only a couple of hours. Well, it's been a heck of a couple of hours, I suppose. I say we rest. I'll take first watch. You all get some sleep. Let's give our healing stones a chance to recharge. And Nettles, can you make us some more berries in the morning? Yes, of course. And so they lay down, they set a watch. Because of this jelly cube thing that's been walking around, they're not going to have any encounters. Plus, this is a sparsely inhabited delve anyway, so they're going to rest. It's going to pass uneventfully. That means they're all going to get their healing stones recharge. And Nettles pull some dried, like, grapes, basically, from her belt pouch, and she is going to make some more berries. Let's see how many she makes at second level. I think they go up by level, possibly. Yeah, per level. So she gets her mind, which is 3, plus her proficiency bonus, which is 1, 4, plus her level 2, so 6. So 6 healing berries this time. I'm gonna give Odysseus 2, herself 1, Clandor and Clestor 1. I think she's gonna give herself 2. Let me get my berries out of the way here. Close enough. She gives herself 2. And then that's where I'm going to end this episode. So they are in a room, hiding from a jelly cube that is making its way around the delve, cleaning it up. And we will return and see what happens in the next episode. So thank you for following along, folks. Hope you're enjoying this series. It's been pretty fun so far. And until the next time, keep on rolling dice and playing games. Mage Hammer out.